You've been in the legal industry for a bit. What is the best way of dealing with this? Because this information is beneficial to everybody else, but we seem to be having a bit of a challenge accessing it.
Trevor, when you talk about the deadline was issued and the deadline has passed, the sense that a lot of people who own companies get is that they're not being followed, so they're okay. But you see, ignorance of the law is no defense. The law came into force from 21st of February 2020 for all companies limited by shares, so private limited companies, public limited companies, and companies limited by guarantee. The duty to prepare the register lies with the directors of those companies. Then in October of 2020, the registrar promoted the e-register for private companies to the e-citizen platform, which means private companies can now prepare the register and then proceed to file it. But public companies are required to prepare the register. It's only that they can't proceed to file it. Similar to companies limited by guarantee. They are required to prepare their register of beneficial owners, keep it until the registrar has an e-register, then they proceed to file it. So the advice that we can give to those who are listening, who have companies but have not started the process, is that the requirements of the law are clear. And if someone owns a company and they don't understand the requirements of the law under which their company is registered, that's what we call ignorance. There are processes, there are stakeholder engagements with the registrar. We have resources in this country. You can access the Companies Act and read for yourself if you can. But if you cannot, we have advocates. There are company secretaries in this country who, depending on your financial capacity, you can access the service. So that you get to know exactly what you are required to do and do it for your company. It is sad to hear that someone has a company, they're being asked to bring an annual return by the register of companies, then they turn up with a tax return, which means they have no idea what they are doing with their company. And it is those people who have no idea of what a company is that their lack of knowledge is abused. Because if you talk, you gave the example of NYS. How can you register a company? Put that company into a situation where that company does business with the government, gets a lot of money, and then you take some of that cash, withdraw it in cash, and take to someone. You don't know the tax obligations that are on the company, your duties and responsibilities as a director of that company. You are completely exposing yourself to legal action. So in as much as we are talking about what has not happened, I think there's a lot of education that we need to give to our members of the public who actually own companies but have